39 birdies made here at the 9th. 127 bogeys or worse. So 4 is a hard-earned par here, and Knox will be first to take it on. Colin?
Russell going with driver. Really it's a tough tee shot, really. It's fairly long, 315 to get around the corner. This one on a low ball flight. That one is far enough right where he'll have an angle at the green, but once you negotiate the tee shot, it's all the second shot, which is the danger here. Water right and lots of runoffs on the left. Very, very tricky hole.
And now Campos.
Ooh, a little sting in that one. And that one headed up the right side. Beautiful's going to stay short of those oak trees.
Yeah. Probably 65 shot, really? 66, somewhere in there. Breeze. Perfect. Yeah, just a golf shot. Just left of it, right? Correct. Finishing just left of it. It should work on the ground, just left of the hole. Towards the hole.
A bit fortunate. He had hooked the tee shot left, and it kind of kicked out of there. He's got a pretty clean lie to work with here.
Run. Sure. Yeah, just hit softly. Nice shot. Take it.
That was pretty cool, Daniel.
Talking about the wind helping out of the right, whatever little bit that there is. Looked like he had chosen the 8-iron there, which would mean that he'd have to take a little bit off of this. From 160 yards, 3/4 abbreviated follow through, trying to probably hit a little cut shot up there and hold it up against the breeze. And right below the hole.
Well, the actual number is 202. You could hear him. He does have a slight hanging lie, ball above his feet, which will help him turn it from right to left. But this one, a very tricky pin location today. Anything left will just get eaten up by that waist area. Anything right will be in the soup. And that one, a little flatter lie here for Campos. 201 as the wind starts to freshen into the players slightly. This one out to the right, dangerously right, drawing back. That one is going to catch the surface pin high.
That some players prefer less advice. This will break to his right. Get a great view of that there. Perfectly judged. For a player in the 50th odd position in the tournament, this goes to show you they have personal pride.
Maybe he showed Fleetwood the way. Tommy's going to stay at -1.
Every point counts towards the end of the year where you finish.
It's a little bit on the downslope. He's got about 15 yards of sandy area to negotiate and no room to work. Look for this one to be long and right. I'd say a great shot here would be something in the vicinity of 15 feet.
Very good shot there.
And that one is just going to continue to roll away. It's all uphill, will come from his right to left. And gives this a pretty good run. Easy now, and that one was low.
Back on the tee, here's Gordon coming off the birdie at 8.
Really, you want to keep it up that right-hand side to leave yourself a good angle at that front left hole location. And again, with the water on the right-hand side, if you hit it up the right side of the fairway, your second shot, you're kind of hitting it away from the water just a little bit. The ball above your feet there, usually for your second shot, also helping to turn that ball away from the water.
see, close to 80%, ninth best in the field.
That one of the slightly overturned drives of Fleetwood might just hang on to that edge of the fairway. When he goes after it, sometimes he tends to overturn the driver.
Long one on the way for Knox's par here.
Yeah, this one a constant mover from right to left the entire.
And Campos now to avoid back-to-back bogeys.
Wow, we saw him miss that short one back on 7. Hopefully he's got short-term memory. But this one is a tricky one. This one very fast. It's going to move from his left to right. Got to match him up. Oh, little decel on that one. And that one misses again on the low side.
Putter not behaving. Got a little spanking there. Short miss at the 7th. All right, no issues there for Knox. In for bogey, drops back to -1.
Well, the 10th today, playing 184 yards, downhill slightly. What little wind is here is just off the player's right and down.
Dig it. Dig it.
It's off on a flight towards the right. Well, it's just staying right, not turning back for him. It's going to pitch on the green and run towards the right, but in something like that, looking to land probably around 170. Imagine this would be in that sort of 8-iron range here for Campos. Nice looking shot, just started out slightly right of the pin, turning over. Oh, and that one's going to miss just a little bit short. That'll come down that hill another 2 or 3 yards. And another trick.
Catch back up with Fleetwood back at 9.
Go. Go.
That was from 178. He was begging for it to go, and it just crawled up top there.
That's a great shot. Probably a nice 7-iron here. Trying to start it at the tower behind the green and get it to turn back towards the flag. And this is a good-looking shot in the middle of the green. Two beauties there from this.
Well, Campos missed the green there at the 10th, but played a nice pitch shot. He's got about 4 feet left for his par.
Should move consistently the entire length of this putt. Left. Green's starting to dry out a little bit. Rain has stopped.
And here's Fleetwood's birdie chance back at 9. Just can't buy one at the moment. Cleaning up with the memory of a short miss from this range back at 7. No problem that time for the big man.
Of variations of the way you hold the putter grip, and that one there looked like it was a little jerky, slight pull.
4-footer misses the mark for RusselKnox, so that'll be a drop shot at 10. He'll fall back to even. Tried to. One will cling to the front edge for Will Gordon. Up at 11, Campos.
Wow, this on its way from Campos. It's just over the top of those pine trees. That looks like a pretty good line.
For the fairway, don't know if it covered though. Here's Knox.
Swing there. Yeah, perfect.
Well, this one on a much more conservative line for Knox down the left side. That one definitely going to be on the fairway. Yeah, very protected part of the golf course up in here. Difficult to feel the breeze that which should be in.
Comes Fleetwood's tee shot at 10.
Hole location on that front left portion of the green. This on a beautiful line. Very aggressive.
Straight out of the top drawer. Quality strike.
Yeah, it would drive me nuts though, having grown up traveling all over, like I said, in Asia, where you have different caddies all the time. You're so much more used to doing things yourself, as Will runs on.
Up with Knox here at 11, Colin.
Yeah, this one on its way from 180 yards. They do have a little slope on the left that will help it feed towards the pin, but that one's going to come up a little short, a little right. By the looks of it, it will hold on to the edge of the green here at number 11.
Ooh, no bueno.
Well, he's a big, strong lad, but that lie was no good. That one's going to come up just off the front edge. And he'll have that left.
Fleetwood just left to the flag at the 10th. Yeah. Finally gets one to drop.
A little bit of progress. Again, clean scorecard, 2 birdies, no bogeys.
And a little bit, maybe just a touch outside 3 feet here for Gordon. No problem there. Keeps it a couple under. He doesn't have a lost shot today either, so 2 spotless scorecards for
Stick. It's I'd like to think this is one of those ones that these guys are really looking to try and make. This could be the kickstart for him with a short, reachable par 5 next.
We clearly heard that on the mics, the dunk sound of club striking ground before ball.
RusselKnox. You should have a good look at this one on camera. Should just come slightly from his left to right as it goes up the hill here. Oh, and that one's just going to run out of.
back up top. Tee shot of Fleetwood.
And leaning as if he might have pulled this a little bit, running through the fairway on the left-hand side. Will catch the first cut of rough.
And it looks like Campos is going to have another bogey on the card unless he can hole a long one from 30 feet.
Yeah, this one, I don't know what happened on that chip shot. It was sitting perfect, but that one's going to miss on the low side also. It's going to be another bogey here.
That's 3 in the last 4 holes through the middle of the round. And here's Gordon's tee shot.
Yeah, we saw Campos taking off a little bit more than he could chew in the corner and not making the carry. And similar issues here for Will Gordon.
Really not bad.
Just a brilliant design here.
Yeah, and a little reprieve. We've got a northerly wind today, which means the wind's down and off the player's right slightly. This one left, and this is going to be a big carry for Russell. You know what? That might have actually kicked through the sandy area back onto the fairway. That'd make it prime time.
Colin, let me tell you, that ball hit like it landed on a concrete cart path. Just a humongous bounce forward.
Now Campos.
Yeah, a little more conservative line there for Campos. That's what I would expect down here. I wonder if it hit a service valve or something like that. One of those service boxes in there and kicked forward. Either way, it's a long way down there.
Yeah, it seemed like he's... Yeah, the issue is not necessarily the thickness of the rough preventing the ball from traversing the distance. It's the extra distance you get by not being able to put the backspin on the ball and the flyer. And this will be interesting to see how he controls this one.
Leave it. Could be an 8-iron there for Tommy.
And just squirted it out to the right on him a little bit. And with the little bit of rain that has fallen, will typically make fairway bunker shots play all the much easier. It flattens it out. The sand, the ball tends to sit up a little bit more on the granules.
Yes, you
and
can. Wait.
probably a pretty good angle to be able to fade something in there.
You know, early in the week, the tour decided these were all sandy areas, not bunkers. Surprising that Will Gordon didn't take a practice swing in here?
Well, on a full shot, not necessarily, because you don't really have to test the texture of the sand or get a feel for it, rather. Not test is the wrong word. You're trying to strike the ball first here anyway, so. But yes, around the greens would be a tremendous advantage. What a great shot in there. You could see him hit that little punch cut.
A sprinkler head or firm piece of ground or concrete, as Daniel said. He's got 268. His pin location 13 on and just 3 from the left edge. But probably one of the more accessible locations. Yeah, this one left, heading towards the sandy area. And the issue, as Brennan told me on the 9th hole there, is that they do not have a 4-iron this week. So it's the choice between the 3-iron and the 5-iron. 5-iron won it. A little bit of help off his right and down. I think this could easily get there. And that one just a little bit left of the pin. It might hold on. That's a
Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah, squirted out to the right out of the rough with a second and a beautiful bunker shot. And excuse me, 3 under par would put him in a tie for 35th place. And at this point is where the jump in points is significant. So every birdie from here on in will just mean exponential more points for Gordon's tally to get him at that 125 of the FedEx Cup and closer to the playoffs.
This for his 3rd birdie of the day. Yeah, well done there. So Will Gordon bogey free on his round. The green here, Colin.
Yeah, the lie is absolutely perfect. A little bit downwind. I would look for this to be about 4 or 5 paces short of this pin. Just take a couple of hops and then just trickle down to the pin.
Excellent shot. Yeah, beauty.
Yeah, very tidy there from Raphael.
Extremely makeable. He's chosen the putter. He's got probably about 3 feet of fairway grass to negotiate before he gets to the surface of the green, and Campos cleans up for his birdie.
So that will move Raphael back to +1.
Fairly level, but just as the case sometimes is, it can bobble a little bit. When it does, it usually comes up short and knocks it offline, but if it comes through there smoothly, I think this is very, very makeable.
And Knox trying to get back under par.
Yeah, you could see in motion there that it kicked it a little right, which it did.
Fringe is not perfectly flat. Tee shot for Will Gordon.
Coming off the birdie on 11. Chance with a good drive here to have another opportunity. We've seen what is possible after RusselKnox's brilliant drive. Now this bounces through the sandy area. It's sitting up nicely though. That perhaps still an opportunity to advance the ball. Once again, just looking like he may have tugged this to the left just a fraction. Hanging on to that left side. Will add to his tally of fairways hit this week.
You might be able to remember that that's about. Lady, happy girl there, happy spectator out there is.
All right.
That's the tee shot for RusselKnox here at 13.
Right, water all down the left, sandy area right. Very difficult tee shot to get into play. Visually, just intimidating.
Yeah, the water down the left-hand side is not
Down the left
visual in our
side.
cameras from the on the screens, but it is there.
A little over an hour and a half from your leader teeing off. Final round competition, final round coverage continues here on PGA Tour Live.
Around a perceived obstacle, even though it may not actually be there. And he's slinging that hard from 257, probably his longest iron in his bag.
Well, this could be good. Slow down.
Boy, that was unfortunate. What a great shot for such a poor result, and that will do well to stay on the short grass.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of
The finish here, but they're looking up just short of the green and then just trying to pitch it up the green towards this hole. Hold on to your hats. Well, it's trying to come back. Once it hits the ground, it'll want to curve on the ground to the right. That may have just nibbled the front.
a pretty good shot there, huh, Daniel?
I'm so glad he proved me right.
Yeah, second shot for Will Gordon out of the 12th.
Stay right. God. Oh, what a great.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, but.
What a beautiful shot. Now, Campos.
Yeah, just 134 center of the fairway. Tricky pin location. Anything left here will get rejected down the slope. This one a little right of the flagstick, and it looks like pretty good weight from here.
A little bit behind the hole, but it will give Rafael a decent look at birdie there. And I just saw that shot of RusselKnox. Let's look at this again here, Daniel.
Yeah, out of that sandy area, ability to really get some side spin on that ball, try to slice it as much, and look at how much spin the ball has there. It actually spins itself towards the green and just trickles off back down the hill off the front of the green. Great recovery shot. Again, these are the kind of shots we don't typically get to see at your average PGA Tour event because of the uniqueness and the unique design of this golf course.
A lot of the courses can't run the ball up on. Here's look at the 13th hole for this week. It's been the toughest hole all week long. It's not the longest. Daniel, what's the challenge on this hole?
It's the tee shot. Again, it's not evident on the screens, but that water hazard or penalty area down the left-hand side of the fairway. There's some reeds along that kind of obscure the view from the tee, especially on our TV cameras. So that's why we've seen all week long the players have been missing this fairway to the right in that sandy area, and being a slight dogleg to the right, protected on the front right-hand side with the sandy, it leaves just a really awkward angle, almost impossible to get the ball close to the hole from the right side of this hole. And we saw that with RusselKnox missing his tee shot well to the right, protecting the left miss.